How's it going, everybody? So we have a fun review today as we're talking The Woman in the Yard. Now, because I am in the horror movie space, I try my best to keep tabs on all new and upcoming horror movie releases. Didn't seem like to me they tried hard at all to market this film in any way. To the point where there was not a press screening. I went and saw this with everybody else bright and early. It'd be one thing if this was some indie director and small distributor or something, but this is Blumhouse, a Blumhouse horror movie. And Jaume Collet-Serra has done a wide array of big movies in the horror genre and just big movies in general, whether it be Orphan, The Shallows, Black Adam, Jungle Cruise. Needless to say, it was a little bit disheartening that there was not much marketing behind this. When a woman grappling with grief is caring for her children alone in her farmhouse, a mysterious woman repeatedly appears in the family's front yard, often delivering chilling warnings and unsettling messages, leaving them to question her identity, intentions, and the potential danger she may pose. In the past, mostly in the last few years in particular, I've kind of harped on Blumhouse because I used to be a massive Blumhouse supporter. Many a times in the last couple years, it really is just like flipping a coin going into a Blumhouse movie. Half the time, it's going to be good, and then the other half, it's going to be pretty tragic. Marketing aside, on the surface, The Woman in the Yard carries characteristics that you're very familiar with for the Blumhouse formula. You have a family staying in one central location, generally being a house to keep the budget low. You have your usual sinister force causing terror within that one central location. That has always been Blumhouse's bread and butter, and that's why they're such a successful company, for better or for worse. A lot of the time, having such an isolated setting can limit the scope and general scary atmosphere you can craft. Jaume Collet-Serra does a solid job visualizing creepy atmosphere regardless of that PG-13 rating. His usage of shadows here in The Woman in the Yard enhances the woman's creepiness factor from a visual perspective, so having that coupled with her appearances, there's this overwhelming sense of foreboding dread that gets under your skin as the film progresses and she's inching closer and closer to the house. Don't get me wrong either, there is still a handful of jump scares you would expect from an experience like this, stuff popping out at people in the dark, and questionable character decisions, mostly from the kids. Some of the decision making here from them is frustrating. Even if I must say the child performances in the movie are pretty good. A major detail I have to shine the brightest spotlight on in The Woman in the Yard is Danielle Deadwyler's performance, a criminally underrated actress in my opinion. She anchors this story beautifully, conveying someone who's grappling with a lot of trauma both physically and emotionally. All of that pain seeps through into her performance and gives the movie some emotional stakes, as she has to deal with the loss of her husband in this car accident, being there for her children, all of these different things weighing down on her, and then on top of that, you have this mysterious woman sitting in the front of your yard, taunting at you ominously, inching closer to your house, unsure of what you can even do to fix the situation. This woman that's in their yard, the titular role of the film, she's definitely intriguing, since much like the characters, you're wondering what exactly her deal is. From the get-go, there is this mystery about what her significance truly means, and that's assisted heavily by Okwui Okpokwasili chewing up the scenery with her cryptic, foreboding lines of dialogue. From a visual perspective as well, the outfit here isn't anything crazy or anything, but the line delivery and the way that she's framed outside, it adds to that level of creepiness factor that you want in a picture like this. The twist of it all, if you will, pertaining to what exactly she personifies within the story, obviously that's something I don't want to give away, but I believe some will find her and the reason why she appears now to this family relatable in a sense. Albeit the subject matter, I will warn you, could potentially be triggering to some people that are going into this. More so, the majority of those triggering elements are in the last act or so, because it goes there with some touchy subject matter, discussions revolving around death, and even if you kind of do piece together the clues throughout the movie on what the twist is necessarily, I still think the payoff, more or less, is effective enough. Ending, I think, is going to be the one thing that'll make or break a lot of people's experiences with the film. To be completely honest, there isn't a whole lot to discuss when it comes to this movie, and that's due to the fact that The Woman in the Yard is a fairly straightforward, efficient horror experience. By most standards, the movie is fairly short. It's literally less than 90 minutes long, and doesn't really waste any time putting you through lots of setup or anything. You kind of are thrusted right into the thick of things. At the bare minimum, I would recommend checking this movie out for the performances alone. This isn't the type of movie, in my opinion, that has a lot of rewatchability aspects to it. And if you're in the mood for an intriguing new horror film, this is probably one of the more solid efforts from Blumhouse in a long time, which is interesting considering they're not trying very hard to market the movie. While thinking about it, the biggest comparison I guess I could make for The Woman in the Yard as far as the horror genre goes is I'd lump it in with the movies like The Babadook. Let me know down below though, would you get a chance to check out The Woman in the Yard? What'd you think of the film? Did you like the film? Did you not like the film? Thank you guys, as always, checking out videos. I always do appreciate it. Make sure you like on the video and also subscribe to the channel to update reviews, reactions, unboxings, and more. Until the next time, I'll see you guys later.